What if one day you stand in front of someone you love and you cannot speak? What if the only thing stopping you from protecting your family, getting your dream job, or changing your life is your English? Welcome back to English Journey. Today, I am not just giving you a story, I am giving you a roadmap, a real story, a real struggle, a real transformation. This is a story of a boy who was not born fluent, not rich, not trained in any academy. He had no teacher, no coaching center, no English speaking environment, but he had one simple tool in his pocket, and that tool slowly changed his life forever. His name is Liam. He is 22 years old. He lives in a small town where English is almost never spoken. For most of his life, he avoided English. He told himself he didn't need it. He told himself it was too hard. But deep inside, he was afraid. Afraid of making mistakes, afraid of being laughed at, afraid of feeling small. And then one day, life forced him to face that fear. His mother became sick. She had chest pain. They rushed to the hospital. The doctor entered the room. He was kind, calm, professional, but he only spoke English. He used words like cardiac, family history, further tests. Liam stood there frozen. He understood maybe 20%. He nodded politely, but inside he was lost. His mother looked at him with trust in her eyes. She expected him to ask questions, to understand, to protect her, but he couldn't even say, "Can you explain again in simple words?" That moment broke him, not because he didn't love his mother, but because he didn't have the words to help her. That night, sitting outside the hospital under cold air and yellow lights, he cried, and he made one decision. This ends here. I will never feel helpless again. The next morning, tired but determined, he opened his phone. He remembered hearing about ChatGPT. People said you could practice English without fear, without judgment, without pressure. So he tried. His hands were shaking when he typed his first sentence. "Hello, my English is not good. Can you help me speak slowly and simply?" The reply came gently. "Of course. I'd love to help you. We can go step by step. You are already brave for starting." That sentence gave him something he had never felt before while learning English: safety. And that was the real beginning. He didn't try to learn everything at once. He didn't buy 5 books. He didn't watch 10 courses. He started small. Every morning before touching social media, he spent 15 minutes with ChatGPT. That was his rule. He wrote a tiny diary entry every day. Simple sentences about his life. "Today I wake late, I feel sleepy, I drink tea." ChatGPT corrected him gently. "Today I woke up late, I felt sleepy, I drank tea." It explained why, not with complicated grammar language, just simple human explanation. Wake becomes woke in the past, feel becomes felt, drink becomes drank. Slowly, grammar stopped being scary. It became natural. Then he read the corrected sentences aloud, again and again. In front of the mirror, he recorded his voice. At first, he hated how he sounded. Slow, weak, uncertain, but he didn't quit. He repeated 5 useful daily sentences every morning. "I'm running late. I'm not sure. That sounds good. Can you repeat that? I agree." He used them in his own sentences. ChatGPT corrected him patiently. He wasn't memorizing random words. He was building language connected to his life. Then he started role plays. He told ChatGPT, "Act like a waiter. I am the customer." They practiced ordering food. He made mistakes. "I want burger." ChatGPT replied gently, "I'd like a burger, please." They repeated it. For 3 days, he practiced only restaurant English, not 10 topics, just one, because he understood something important. Confidence grows when you master one situation fully. After that, he built a night reflection routine. Every night before sleeping, he reviewed what he learned. He wrote down mistakes. He created a notebook called Today's English, vocabulary, sentences, questions for tomorrow. He asked ChatGPT for feedback and encouragement, and those small, encouraging replies gave him emotional strength. Then came a powerful turning point. He wanted to stop translating in his head, so he asked, "How can I think in English?" ChatGPT told him to describe what he sees, so he looked around his room. There is a brown table. My phone is charging. The fan is running. Simple sentences, real time thinking. He started describing his actions while doing them. I am brushing my teeth. I'm locking the door. I'm walking to the market. Slowly, his brain began forming English thoughts naturally. Then he trained his mouth. Mirror practice every day, recording his voice, shadowing short conversations, practicing difficult sounds like the, R, and V. It felt strange at first, but after 2 weeks he compared his recordings. His voice was clearer, stronger, more confident. He built a daily system with ChatGPT, morning writing, afternoon roleplay, evening reflection, not perfect, but consistent. He created mental folders for real life situations: restaurant, hospital, interview, travel, small talk. He rehearsed them like an actor preparing for a big role. He even practiced emergency phrases. Can you repeat that slowly? Sorry, I'm still learning. Give me a second. Those small tools removed fear. Then something unexpected happened. Someone laughed at one of his mistakes. For one moment, he wanted to quit. But that night, he wrote to ChatGPT, I made a mistake. I feel embarrassed. The reply said, mistakes are proof that you are trying. So he created a mistake journal. Instead of hiding from errors, he studied them. I am boring versus I am bored. Many works versus a lot of work. Slowly, mistakes became his teachers, and then the final transformation began. He stopped seeing English as just a subject. He created a new identity, English Liam, a version of himself who speaks boldly, jokes freely, expresses feelings clearly. Every day for 1 hour, he became that version, even if it felt silly, because identity shapes behavior, and behavior shapes skill. And one night, walking home under the stars, something beautiful happened. He whispered naturally, without translation, this is the life I used to dream about. And he realized it came out smoothly, without effort, without fear. That was the moment he knew he had changed. Not because someone praised him, not because he passed a test, but because English felt like part of him. Now listen carefully. English Journey family. This is not just Liam's story. This is your blueprint. You do not need expensive courses. You do not need to move abroad. You do not need perfect grammar before speaking. You need daily contact, daily correction, daily courage. ChatGPT became his private tutor, his speaking partner, his grammar corrector, his roleplay trainer, his emotional supporter. But the real power was not the tool. The real power was consistency. Every day, one sentence, one correction, one conversation, one reflection. That is how fluency grows. Not in 1 week, not magically, but steadily. If you want to copy his journey, start tomorrow morning. Open ChatGPT before social media. Write 3 simple sentences about your day. Ask for correction. Read them aloud 5 times. Learn 5 daily phrases. Use them in your own sentences. Practice 1 short role play. At night, review what you learned. Write down mistakes. Ask for encouragement. Speak your thoughts in English for 3 minutes. Describe your room. Describe your feelings. record your voice, compare it after 2 weeks, build your system, protect your English time like an appointment, and most importantly, forgive yourself for mistakes. Celebrate small wins. Because fluency is not about speaking like a native, it is about speaking without fear. It is about expressing your heart clearly. It is about not standing silent when life asks you to speak. 1 year from now, if you practice daily like Liam did, people will ask you, "How did your English improve so much?" And you will smile and say, "I practiced every single day." That is the secret. Not talent, not intelligence, not luck. Practice. Structured, honest, brave practice. So if you are serious about improving your English, make today your day one. Write one message, speak one sentence, correct one mistake, reflect once, and repeat tomorrow. This is your English journey, and your voice is waiting to be heard. Liam's story teaches us that real transformation doesn't come from talent, luck, or expensive courses. It comes from small, consistent steps every single day. Start by writing simple sentences, speaking daily, and facing your mistakes without fear. Every tiny effort builds your confidence, your courage, and your ability to express yourself clearly. Remember, fluency is not about perfection, it's about progress, patience, and persistence. Take one small action today. Speak one sentence, correct one mistake, and reflect on your growth. Celebrate every tiny win because each step moves you closer to the life you dream of. Your voice deserves to be heard, your story deserves to be told, and your journey to English mastery begins right now. Don't wait, don't hesitate. Start today and keep moving forward, one sentence at a time. For more stories, tips, and motivation to guide your journey, stay connected with us on English Journey.